experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. Now you should be hearing my voice on the right side. You are all set. Enjoy the presentation. Welcome to the Dexibell Live video broadcast. Good speakers or headphones will improve your listening experience. Let's take a moment for setting up your system. First, we will confirm that the YouTube setting is on highest quality available. Now you should be hearing my voice on the left side. The presentation will start in 5, 4, 3,
Hello out there. Hi, Ralf from Berlin, and welcome to today's webinar. um, good morning to my friends in US. Good afternoon, good evening to the European friends, and maybe good night to the Asian people because of the time change. And very, very happy to do that today. Today's subject is synthesizer sounds in the Dexibell instrument, hence the opening tune focusing on synthesizer sounds apparently. But before going more into that, as usual, I would like to refer to to the questions of last week that I couldn't answer last week, or in this case, we received an email from David. I think David is also with us tonight. How to make use of the master keyboard zones. And that's actually a subject that we will be covering quite soon in another webinar, but let me just anticipate a little bit what is the master keyboard zones for David. On that side of the instrument, we have the 4 real-time zones. And then here, and it's a little bit out of camera angle at this moment, we have the 4 master keyboard zones. And with these master keyboard zones, you can actually control outboard gear. You can connect to your laptop. You can then MIDI control and MIDI learn your parameters in your laptop or with your plugins, with your favorite VST plugins. Or you can also MIDI learn like main stage, logic, etc., etc. But this is kind of a larger subject that that I want to cover in a complete webinar, because we have to do a lot of studying of little parameters and stuff like that to take full advantage of the capability of the master keyboard zones that are actually in all our stage instruments. Even the S1, in the S1 we just don't have the dedicated buttons, but they are still the 4 zones available on the screen. And today we will also be having a look at our iOS app, the Vivo Editor. And here you can also control and program the master keyboard zones. But that should be enough for today in the master keyboard zones. We will take care of that probably very, very soon. Master keyboard zones, great feature. Okay. That being said and done, I'm again today playing with the 7 Pro. And let me just give you another brief look here. We know the instrument, it's beneath my hands. And today's subject, as I told you, is synthesizer sounds. And here in the sound library, we can find the synth category. This one is our latest baby here, the analog synth. And as you can see, if you click on the PDF, there are quite a lot of single sounds in here. And that is kind of great. Let me jump back here. And there's 5 more synth lead sounds. But synth can also be in the pad category, like the dark pad here. And in some of the in some of the strings, we also have synth instruments like analog strings. Here is more acoustic strings, dark strings, strings pad, 80 strings. This is actually all synth sounds that we do have here. So if you add them all up, it's quite a huge library with a synth sound. So I installed probably all of them into my S7 Pro, and we will briefly have a look into, let me give you this display here, into the sound library. So let's jump here, sound library, and off we go. So at this moment you can see this is the internal library. It says an I in front of the name, which means this is from Dexibell's internal library. So I'm scrolling down, you see We have here, for example, is the choir pad. That's a synth kind of sound. There is the Dexi Heaven. That's a synth sound. There is a fast synth. There is a fat synth brass. There is the FM bass, which is a synth sound. There's the FM electric piano, which in some way could be considered a synth sound. There is the M choir, which is a synth sound. Modular bass, OB, like a synth, organ pad, polysynth 2, polysynth 1, reso bass, soft pad, space, Vox. In the strings new, there are some analog string sounds. Then there's the super saw, the synth bass, the synth brass, the synth strings, Vox, warm pad. Then we go to the expansion library. You can see that with the little E in front of the name. So we have the 80 strings, we have the analog strings, we have the analog synth that was the patch set that I just showed you on the browser screen. We have the strings pad and the 5 solo synth sounds. So that's actually, I didn't count them, but I didn't count them as quite a lot synth sounds that we have here. In the same time, I still have installed the 70s electric platinum, the electric pianos from last week, like the Whirly, the Clove, the Rhodes, and also the Italian Grand. So there's a lot of sounds now, actually, currently in this instrument. But let's jump into the first tune I played for you, and I just want to break that down briefly. I was using all 4 parts for the song, and I used some, let me say, tricks, and I want to share these tricks with you. Okay. On this side of the instrument, we have 2 buttons. They are assignable switches, and they're very, very useful and very, very handy. So to the assignable switch number 2, in this case, I assigned the following function. You can see that on, let me give you the screen here. Assign switch 2, and that's coupled hold. This means it's relating to the coupled part on the keyboard, and now when I play, I release, of course the sound goes away, but if I switch on coupled hold, it's like a sustain without using the pedal. So it gives me freedom for my hands. I can do what I want to do, and once I change the chords, the old chord is automatically released. So if I go here, you can hear it's not overlapping. It's releasing the old chord. So that's a trick that I really love using, because especially when using synth sounds, I need as much as possible freedom for my hands to tweak the sounds, to use the mod wheel, the pitch wheel, etc. So this was one very beautiful trick with the hold of the lower. And of course, I was taking full advantage of these knobs here. You've seen that in the intro song, using the filters. I have split zones. So here, now using the mod wheel and the pitch on the left side. Sorry that you cannot see that. Camera angle is not possible, and I have only a limited number of cameras, as usual. Here I have the filter for the solo sound. The solo sound is I'll give you this screen, is a mini triangle, and that's a sound from the analog synth library. Closing the filter, opening the filter, using the mod wheel, That's actually an old tune from the group Weather Report. Joe Zawinul, a pioneer in synth, in using synth as a main instrument in the jazz. Then as a second multi-effects, here I use a triple tap delay. And I want to go into the parameters one more time. You see the center part of the triple tap is 700 milliseconds. The left part is 350 and the right part is 175. So if you divide these numbers, if you divide 7 through 350, then you get 2 apparently. If you divide 7 through 175, you get 4. So this means you have the 4/4 beat, the main beat, and the half notes and the eighth notes. Or breaking it down, you have half note, fourth note, 16th, etc. So you get that. Okay, you can hear that. Closing this filter a little bit more. A little bit more volume to the. Okay, here we go. Right, and what I did also in the intro tune was I increased this parameter. This is balancing between the delay part of the sound and what we call the dry part of the sound. So if I completely close it, you just hear the dry part of the sound. If I completely open it, you only hear the delay part of the sound. So somewhere in the middle is probably the most reasonable way to use it. And then the feedback is regulating how many times the delay will be triggered. So if I go up here, then another trick I used, I will switch off the coupled part here. The sound is still hold with the hold function, but now I'm using the whirly and another split point and another, let me get there, another filter for the bass note. So that's a lot of things that you can do in one sound setting. So usually when I'm working with synth sounds, I try to have several split zones on the keyboard. So I have a lot of freedom to jump around and use all these real-time knobs that we have here for the live tweaking, which is a little bit sexy, I could say, right? So from here, I want to jump directly into, no, hang on, what is on my script? Of course, as usual, we have people from R&D that I would like to introduce to you, and that's what I'm going to do. And this, I'm going to play a video for you. This interview is, of course, pre-recorded, and that's what it's going to be. So enjoy, my good friends from R&D in Italy. Before going deeper into the synth sounds and the editing and tweaking possibilities, I would like you to meet another great guy behind the scenes. Born in San Benedetto, Italy, he started playing the electronic organ at a very early age. And at around the age of 10, he decided to move over to the piano. For more than 25 years, he gave his musical contribution to a well-known Japanese company where he was creating the most tasteful musical content for arranger keyboards, from the famous E20 all the way to the G70. He did a lot of studio recordings and played with various bands. And since the beginning of the Dexibell journey, he is a member of the sound development team, bringing all his musical knowledge and skills into the field of sound recording, sound design, and patch creation. Please welcome fantastic pianist and sound engineer, Mr. Roberto Lanciotti, and also Mr. Luigi Bruti, who will conduct this interview, because I'm still not good at speaking Italian.
Ciao Ralf, hello everybody.
Ciao Luigi.
Today I'm in contact with Roberto Lanciotti, so let's have an interview with him in Italian.
Right.
Ciao Luigi, ciao Ralf,
Ciao
e
Roberto.
un saluto a tutti.
Ciao Roberto, senti, volevamo fare un'intervista in italiano per far conoscere ai nostri ascoltatori un po' dei retroscena dei lavori. In uno degli scorsi webinar abbiamo visto il video durante la registrazione dei pianoforti. Tu sei il musicista che ha suonato tasto per tasto tutti i pianoforti acustici e i pianoforti ovviamente elettrici. Raccontaci un po' circa questa parte di lavoro molto importante.
Sì, in effetti io ho registrato tutti i pianoforti e i piani elettrici per Dexibell. Questo è un lavoro molto bello, un lavoro molto interessante, perché ti permette di poter suonare degli ottimi strumenti, preparati da tecnici di altissimo livello, e comunque un lavoro che richiede anche parecchia concentrazione e parecchia precisione. Considerate che bisogna registrare vari livelli di dinamica per tutte le 88 note, per cui partire da un pianissimo e ad arrivare fino a un fortissimo richiede tanto tempo. Di solito impieghiamo dai 2 ai 3 giorni per fare un pianoforte a coda. E comunque, ripeto, è un lavoro molto bello e interessante.
Roberto, essendo un musicista, un pianista fantastico, tu hai una grande esperienza di come creare i suoni che vengono poi implementati negli strumenti musicali, conoscendo anche che cosa i vari musicisti in giro per il mondo necessitano riguardo ai suoni che diciamo vengono realizzati per Dexibell. Nel video che abbiamo appena visto, tu stai testando la parte, diciamo, finale del processo creativo di un suono e riguardava proprio quello di un suono di synth. Raccontaci un po' circa tutta questa procedura nel fare i suoni.
Nella realizzazione di un suono ci sono varie fasi. La prima fase è la registrazione del suono. La seconda è la scelta delle forme d'onda. La terza è la realizzazione dei loop, che viene fatta dagli ingegneri del suono. La quarta è la realizzazione della patch, e cioè un lavoro combinato tra me e gli ingegneri del suono. Una volta realizzato il suono, questo viene provato da me, quindi provo a suonarci per vedere che feeling ha, che risposta ha, e in questo caso io sto provando un suono che si chiama Expressive, è un suono di sintetizzatore secondo me molto bello.
Grazie Roberto, a presto. Ciao Ralf, hello everybody.
Vi saluto e grazie. Ciao a tutti.
Thank you very much, Luigi. Thank you very much, Roberto. Yeah, sound engineering, sound design is an amazing job, and we just have a wonderful team there in Italy. So thanks for contributing with your video and in this beautiful performance. Roberto was actually just trying the new synth sound from the analog library. Beautiful. All right, you can see on the screen, this is my iPad. And let me show this to you. This is actually here. I connected with this connection unit. I'm not sure the name of it, but it's available on the Apple Store. And I'm using this big one because I can connect the, here. Oh, maybe we do it like that. Let me see if I can give you a different camera angle here. Yes. Because I can connect the power adapter and the USB here. Okay, and just to give you proof that this is corresponding with the screen you see. Okay, so everything I'm doing here, you can see it on the screen of the iPad. So I'm getting the iPad to my left side now. Okay, let's briefly have a look at the editor app here. So you can see the sound categories here. I'm touching the iPad now. You can scroll through the sound categories that we have here. And here you can select the sound. Very, very easy. Of course, you can do the same thing in the instrument. What I'm seeing here is another adapter, the little one without the power supply. Okay. You can actually do everything I'm doing on the app, of course, in the instrument. But it's giving you a little bit more of probably comfort is the nice word for it, to have it on a large touch screen. The app is working on iPad and also on iPhone. iPhone screen is a little bit more small, but all the features, all the functions are there. All right, so here you select the sounds on this side here. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. On this side, you can see all the T to L parameters. So if I'm changing something here on the side of the instrument, you can see on the display of the iPad, of course, it is corresponding. Then on this part, we can have the octave setting, then the note range. This is kind of for creating the split zones. Okay, you can also do this right here on the iPad itself, on the touch screen. Split zones. Okay. This is what we can do here, and we can do this, of course, for all the parts. So if I'm jumping into this kind of registration here, where I'm again having several, one split zone, and I think 3 sounds on the left side, 1 on the right side, you can see, let me just jump here, there's the split point. Here you can see the different note ranges. So very, very easy to adjust. Then we have the mixer section. And again, it corresponds, of course, perfectly. So if I'm changing something at the instrument, is corresponding here. If I'm changing by touching the screen of the iPad, it's doing exactly the same. And we have all the important parameters here. We have the 2 effect slots per real-time part, and some nice add-ons here. You can, of course, tweak and edit all the effects. And there is a copy and paste function that I think is very, very helpful. So this means if I have created such a triple tap delay that I have shown you, wait, hang on, change this one, that I've shown you in the patch before, and I want to have the same triple tap delay, let me say, on the lower part here, what I can do is I'm hitting copy, and then it's saying that's copied, and then I go paste, and here I can say everything on that channel, or only effects A, or only effects B, or A and B, or you can also cross copy, meaning A to B, B to A, or both in one step. So that's actually really, really nice. Then, jumping into the next section, we do have the controller parts. So here I can assign the behavior of all the switches, of the wheels, and of the control knobs. Hang on, give you the other screen again. Control knobs are these 6 knobs here. And they can also be used, and this is a subject we will be covering in the Master Keyboard Zone webinar. They can be used as MIDI transmitters. So I can say these knobs are, for example, now control number 1 is sending CC16 on MIDI channel 1, and that's actually quite very, very nice. Okay, that is this one. Then Master Keyboard Zone. As I promised, we will be covering that. Here's the screens for it on the editor app. And of course, again, by simply touching, let me do that here so you can see it. By touching the iPad, you can easily create your 4 split zones in a couple of seconds, right? Very, very nice, very easy, very fast. And then here we have the possibility of saving, writing the memories. That's also very nice because, let me just pretend that I'm doing that now. I will not really proceed, but I'm pretending to do that. And I can now use the keyboard for typing the letters on the iPad itself, which is also really, really nice. So that is our editor app, and I'm just leaving this app now. Connected for the time being, and so let's jump into several ideas and patches for the synth sounds. So in this example, I just want to go through some of the solo synth sounds that we have. So that's a square wave. And again, as most of the times, I'm using filters. This is now without the filter, without the reverb, without the delay. So just a plain and pure wave. I can jump into the T2L editor. I can change the envelope of the sound, making it more smooth or more hard. So this is what you do with the attack time. Or I just do the easy things here, the release. Okay, that's also something you can do. Or if you want to go, let me see if I can pull that off here in an easy way. You see, now I can make a very short sound. Let's jump back into the memory. Then adding, for shaping the sound, adding filters. No, let me get rid of the delay. And then you can dive into the filter and can say, okay, the slope should be 24 decibel per octave or 12, which is changing the sound quite significantly. I want to have a low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass, or peak, which gives a little bit more strength to the sound. And then I can create the frequency shapes for the cutoff, and the Q is like goes a little bit into the like a resonance feature of a filter. So if I'm tweaking the Qs here, and then I'm changing the frequency, you see, it's now let me say in an easy way a little bit more aggressive. If I go down here again, it's a little bit more smooth. So that's actually what I would be doing with a filter. Then I'm adding some nice reverb. And again, some delay. So this is what I can do with the Solo Sound Mini Square. Let's just briefly listen to many of the solo sounds. I think this is the one that Roberto has been testing, has been using before. Okay. This is all sounds from the Analog Synth Library. Then split point. And you can see here I'm using the analog string sound. I'm using the platinum electric piano and the synth lead as a bass note. And the T2L of the synth lead is set to lowest note. So the lowest note I'm playing on the keyboard is now my bass note. And here we go. With the split point. So let's continue here with the sounds with pulse wave. And here we are at the bass. So many solo sounds. There should be actually more. Let me see. Okay, they're probably more up front. Yes. Here they are. Super saw, obey. You see all the synth sounds. So some more lead sounds. That's a fat sound. It's probably more for dance, dance-oriented music. So you can see there is so many solo synth sounds already in the instrument, so there should be something for everybody. Let me jump back to that example one more time, where I have the split notes. If I remove the split, and this is what I'm doing right now, then I have all the sounds on top of each other. The bass sound, the synth lead one that I'm using as a bass, is playing the lowest note, and the mini square that I can fade in with my expression pedal is playing the highest note using filters. So you see, again, a lot of tweaking, a lot of real-time stuff here with the S9 and the Synth Sounds. In the second, I think it was the second session that we did, I also was referring to synth sounds, to analog synth sounds, and I used a combination for the introduction tune that is less, let me say, less jazzy. It's more going in this direction. Then I'm layering. And these are all sounds from the analog synth library. Again, in the middle, I can have, where is it? I have to switch it on. With the hold function, you know now this kind of trick. And then another split point. And here I'm using, where is it? A wah-wah. Let me show this to you. LFO rate. So again, a lot of tweaking is possible. Let me see. There is a question. Curious to know, what is the black market memory about? What is the the black market memory? That is actually the song title. The song title of the weather report tune, this one. No. That's actually where this one came from, the black market song title. Okay, then another example. I'm sure you know the tune. Chariots of Fire, and since the Olympic Games, when Mr. Bean played that thing, I cannot make this unseen in my head. You remember that, right? So again, 2 split zones, and here. Right, here is this one, and then you need the strings. Here we go. Like that, and of course we can go into the So this is also something that is easily possible. Then last week's session was about electric pianos, and I was playing that. You remember, right, with the clavinet. And this time, last week we were talking about the clavinet, and this week I want to be talking about the synths that I used for this one, right? So that's a combination of 2 sounds. The 70s saw square, I'm using for the bass, tuned 1 octave down, otherwise it's too high. All right, here we go. And this one goes, here we go. And then this part. And that's a combination. No, it's not. Here we go. And again, this multi-tap delay, which gives you that great rhythm. Then the next example. This time I'm using the hold function for the low notes. filter. And again, this is a synth lead sound. So just in a very low end. And then I have 3 sounds on the high part. So you see there's a lot of possibilities. Let me dive over to the one more time to this one. You see all the sounds I've been using. You can of course also see them here on the screen of the iPad. Here is the Groovy Clavinet. Then there is the 2600 Pulse. Then there is the 70s Square. That was the Chaka Khan patch. Ain't Nobody. This one, we have the Whirly, we have a Synth Sound Fantabelle, we have the Vivo Live, that's our signature piano sound, and we have the Synth Lead used as a bass sound. Then I also was playing the Pat Metheny song Minuano 2 weeks ago, I think. So I want to break that down for you as well. I use the... Let's go back here so you can see what I'm actually doing. Synth lead 1, and there is a split zone using the Italian Grand, a pad sound, and again a lead sound tuned 1 octave down in comparison with the main melody for the bass. Again, removing the split point. Right, and this brings me, of course, a little bit back to playing piano, right? Because in the end, it's also a beautiful digital piano. So wrapping up, we can combine all the synths, split points, etc., together with electric piano or with acoustic piano sounds, right? And yeah, that's what I've been doing here. Synth leads, Italian Grand, etc., etc. And here comes the moment for introducing our today's special guest. He is a member of the Dexibell Friends and Family community. He was born in Johannesburg, South Africa, and moved to Michigan, United States, at the age of 8. He had his first stage performance together with his dad 2 weeks after he started playing the piano. Today he is studying with Professor Jeremy Siskind from Los Angeles. He's a virtuoso in many different musical genres: jazz, blues, R&B, and gospel. He's playing the piano in his local church, and he's performing in a band with his dad and his sister, the JLS Experience. His hobbies are swimming, PlayStation, and magic tricks. And by the way, he's 13 years old. And today he's with us, so welcome to the Academia Dexibell, official endorsed artist of Dexibell, Justin Lee Schultz.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, Justin. Hi.
Hi.
It's great seeing you. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. In Berlin, we still are a little bit locked in. It's not dramatically bad. We survive at this moment, and for the musician in us, it's probably a cool time for practicing all the piano stuff, right?
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, been doing schoolwork, online school. Practicing a lot all day, as much as I can, and working on my new album. So yeah.
Oh man, you're working on your new album. That's amazing. Justin, how did you come close to Dexibell? How did you find out about Dexibell? What happened?
So 2019 at NAMM.
Yes.
I played at one of the booths there, and then posted a video, and then Antonio Ferrante. If you guys don't know, he's like the president of Dexibell in the USA.
Okay.
So he DM'd me on Instagram and said, "Hey, we would love for you to try out our keyboards and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, that's great." So I YouTubed the stuff. Great. S9, S7 Pro. So awesome.
Oh man.
So after watching those videos, I was really excited. So I couldn't wait. But then I came across a video of me on Instagram, and behind that at NAMM, there was a Dexibell booth. And I was like, oh, I should have went there. But I didn't know of Dexibell, but I'm glad I do now. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got connected to Dexibell.
That's beautiful. So we have to send a special thank you to Antonio Ferranti at that moment, right?
Yes.
Antonio, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. You're going to play a tune for us. It's called Restoration by Bob James.
Yes. So Bob James is like literally my favorite piano player of all time. He's so melodic. He's an amazing songwriter, arranger, and plus this is a great song. So
Wow. I think we are so much looking forward to hearing that. Which sound did you actually choose of the Dexibell library to play that tune?
Well, I actually chose the USA Grand is the classic version in their Platinum library, so it's pretty awesome.
Okay, I totally agree on that.
That's my favorite Dexibell sound.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Great, excellent. And in the beginning, you were just talking about you're working on an album at this moment. I mean, you're 13 years old. You're working on an album. Come on, can you share a little bit?
My dad's an amazing songwriter, so we've been working on an album together, and so far we've gotten a couple songs done, but we're still working hard, getting some special guests like Bob James. Bob James is going to be on the album.
No way.
Harvey Mason is going to be on the album, and a few more, so you guys stay tuned.
Oh, amazing, Justin. All right, so I think it's about time to listen to your performance, to your song.
Yes.
To your recording of the song Restoration by Bob James. Justin, it's wonderful to have you here today in the Academia Dexibell.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being our special guest today. You're an amazing talent. We are all looking forward to watching your career. You're growing. I'm sure it's going to be unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
Have an excellent trip in your career, and we very much looking forward to listening to your music now.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Ralph. Thank you.
All the best from all of us to you. Bye,
Thank
Justin.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you believe that? 13 years old? Unbelievable. When I was 13 years old, I could barely distinguish the white from the black keys. And that's I'm just lack of words. So join me in applauding if you wish. Justin Lee Schultz, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of the Academia Dexibell today. And yeah, I'm really out of words. Really, really unbelievable. Okay, now let me try to dive back into the webinar. So it's time for you to ask me some more questions. Today's subject was synthesizer sounds. You could see that there's a lot of synthesizer sounds on the web, on the library. There's a lot of synthesizer sounds pre-installed. It's a huge library. They are tweakable with T2L parameters for envelope and for monophonic, polyphonic behavior. And of course, you have the strong audio effects for also shaping the sound, filters, delays, phaser, chorus, etc., etc., etc. So that's about today's subject. Next week's subject will be Dexibell, the organ engine. And this will be referring to our Combo J7 mainly. Here we have the vintage organ engine. We have a emulation of tone wheel. We have emulation of transistor organ. And of course, classical pipe organ. And these classical pipe organs are actually derived from this baby. This is our Classico L3, an instrument dedicated to pipe organ players. You can also see the layout is significantly different from this layout, because this is really for the pipe organ player, and this one is for the combo and jazz players. We have motorized draw faders here, and also the organ engine that we're gonna have a deep look into next week is inside the Vivo S9, our flagship instrument. All right, so that's the subject we're going to be covering next week. And of course, as usual, you can ask your questions. You can also, if you have an idea for a question during the week, you can send us an email and I will try to relate to that in the next upcoming webinar. So guys, before going into the closing tune, thank you very much for staying here in the Dexibell Academy tonight. I hope you're all doing well around the world, and stay healthy, stay safe. From the heart, one more time, thank you to Dexibell team in the background. Thank you to Luigi. Thank you to Roberto for playing that beautiful tune with the synth sound. And thank you very much, Justin, for being part of this today. And take care, have a good week, and I'm seeing you again next Monday.